Welcome to the Interview Skills web-based training course. The overall goal of this course is to improve your confidence and overall performance when being interviewed by customers.
Hello, I've called on you because I believe we have found a really good opportunity for you.
Ron, one thing that concerns me is your lack of experience in manufacturing. How would you address that?
Well, most of my experience is in the pharmaceutical industry. I have extensive experience in that industry, but supply chain management, it's all basically all the same wherever you go.
Oh, that's much better.
Yes, thank you.
This is Tom O'Connell from Waterlux. We were given your name by your manager who suggested we call you regarding the position at our company.
Yes, Mr. Tom, I've been expecting your call.
Lesson 1, 1-minute bio. In this lesson, we will cover what to include in an introduction, examples of 1-minute bios. These examples will include best practices, as well as what not to do during your introduction. Finally, you'll be asked to prepare your own 1-minute bio and practice it. Lesson 2, understanding the core elements of an interview. In this lesson, we will cover what customers look for in a consultant, the types of interviews and interviewers you may encounter, the interview success model, which can be remembered as the 3 C's, and the STAR model. Lesson 3, primacy and recency effects. In this lesson, we will cover the primacy and recency effects, application of the primacy and recency effects, the halo and pitchfork effects, and the implications of the effects on interviews. Lesson 4, techniques for dealing with objections and difficult questions. In this lesson, we will cover types of questions, anticipating and preparing for objections and difficult questions, common objections, the objection handling process, and how to handle inappropriate questions. Lesson 5, power of the voice. In this lesson, we will cover the 3 elements of communication, which are sometimes called the 3 V's, nonverbal or paralanguage, tone and quality of voice, paralanguage variables, and vocal problems. Lesson 6, information technology resumes. In this lesson, we will cover the purpose of a resume, how resumes are read by customers, customizing your resume, how to differentiate your resume, and knowing the You product. Lesson 7, digital identity. In this lesson, we will cover what is your digital identity, where is your digital identity, problems of digital identity, cleaning up your digital dirt, and creating a positive digital identity. Lesson 8, telephone interviews. In this lesson, we will cover preparing for a telephone interview, how to open a telephone interview, things to remember during the interview, lessons learned from telephone interviews, examples of telephone interviews, an example of a best practice telephone interview, and an example of what not to do in a telephone interview will be presented. Lesson 9, Face-to-Face Interviews. In this lesson, we will cover preparing for a face-to-face interview, how to open a face-to-face interview, personality types and mirroring, closing a face-to-face interview, the live interview checklist, examples of face-to-face interviews, an example of a best practice face-to-face interview, and an example of what not to do in a face-to-face interview will be presented.